Oh my god, I just thought I was done talking about Horizon, but next thing I know, there's like an article about Horizon. More Horizon, actually. I didn't even know about this until a while ago, so I looked it up. Uh, so apparently there's gonna be a Horizon game, and it's gonna be Guerrilla's next major product. Um, on one hand, I think this is super cool. I think the world of Horizon is very interesting, and I enjoy the different clans and different um mindsets that each of these different like areas have. I think that's really cool. However, I think Aloy is the protagonist kind of sucks ass, so I kind of want a new change in direction for the series. Unfortunately, with the way the game ends, well, not Zero Dawn, Forbidden West ends, is that it ends on a cliffhanger, and there's been no major DLC discussing what has happened during that part, during that point. And that's entirely fine. Make your third game, get out of the way. But I just want this series to basically end with Aloy. We need a new protagonist. Aloy she kind of sucks ass. She's the reason why I genuinely do think this franchise is suffering more than it actually is. I enjoy Horizon. I own Zero Dawn, and I own Forbidden West. And I think Forbidden West is significantly weaker than Zero Dawn. Zero Dawn had better writing, better everything, in my opinion. Just better combat overall. Actually, the combat in Zero Forbidden West is fantastic, but it's the way the enemies are. I don't like the way they're so tanky in the second game. At least when I played it. I want to get on PC at some point, but right now I'm like, there's other games, better games to play. Um, but yeah, no, Horizon is apparently getting a multiplayer game, and I hope it does well. And I think as a live service game, this is one of those where it's actually very unique and very different to how a game like this could play. But I'm not sure how the game could play, because is it gonna be like Horizon Zero? Is it gonna be like the mainline games where you're running around and shooting and like fighting monsters? Is it like a Monster Hunter kind of game, like with that kind of movement? That would be so sick. A Monster Hunter game in the style of Horizon movement would appeal to me so much. Monster Hunter doesn't appeal to me as much as I would like it to. I'm gonna get the new one, but I just don't know. But anyway, let's read the article and let's see what happens. Really quick, this game we don't know when it's gonna come out. For what I've heard from Jeff Grubb, like a little bit. I was listening to a podcast. He goes like he doesn't know when this game is actually gonna come out. It could come out after the third game, or it could come out before. We don't really know when it's gonna come out, and which is perfectly fine. Take your time with it. Make sure it's as good as it can be. But one problem I'm having with Horizon is Horizon fatigue. I feel like Sony is trying to shove this franchise down our throats so much. Like, you will love Horizon Zero Dawn, and no matter what happens, you're going to like it. And it's like, yo, chill, 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 chill. Like, whoa, like this game is cool and all, right? This franchise is cool and all, but it's not that good. Like, it's not as good as a Spider-Man. Like, why isn't Spider-Man getting this much love? Why isn't a Bloodborne getting this much love? Why isn't a God of War getting this much love? Like, literally anything else, I wish had more love than Horizon does, or Horizon has. Horizon's fine, but it's not that good. But anyway, let's read into it. According to Bloomberg Report, Jason Schreier, who discussed the Sony studio plans for the flagship series during a recent Spawnwave podcast, Horizon Zero Dawn is the next project, not whether the third game, single player game, looks like, he said. So that one might be ways off. A lot of people are working on that. Schreier added to a list of service Horizon game. Guerrilla announced in December 22nd that it was working on another online game set in Horizon universe featuring a new character's unique stylized look. Little has been heard of for this title since, and Sony hasn't confirmed a launch window for the game. The PlayStation firm has experienced significant teething problems with its push into live service market, including cancelled Last of Us multiplayer game and pulling Concord for sale after just 2 weeks. When it's announced the Horizon game, Guerrilla also confirmed plans to continue making epic solo adventures featuring series protagonist Aloy, who started in 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn and 2022's Horizon Forbidden West. Earlier this month, Sony revealed the long-anticipated Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, which will release blah 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 blah, and then he continues blah 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 blah. Okay. it's like I said before. I don't think Horizon's bad. I think the world is super interesting. I think the clans are interesting. I think the people are interesting. I think everything about it is interesting. But it's like, if I'm being completely honest, this like white savior female protagonist who like has this like who's essentially a Mary Sue in the first game. As much as I don't want to say it, she is. She's fine, but she's not that good as a protagonist. She sucks. If something happens to her in a cave and no one's all around, what happens? She's just gonna die there and starve. She has this like, she has a she has like plot armor that's so thick that it kind of hurts to watch. I don't like. I don't, like. There's nothing wrong with her looks. There's nothing wrong with her like what she does. I mean, there is. There's lots of stuff with what she does. That's the biggest problem. Her personality sucks ass. In the first game, I thought she was actually alright. I didn't think she was that bad. I thought the twist of her being like, you know what, if no one's actually played it because the remaster's coming out. Well, I think that was really interesting. And I was like, yo, I wonder where they go with this in the future. And then Forbidden West came out, and I enjoyed it. But I was like, oh, it's kind of the same, but not really. But we're doing like kind of not, but we're kind of retracing the same steps, and she's significantly worse than the first game. At least in the first game, she had a reason to be like this, to be self like excluded. But in the second, I'm just kind of like, bro, she's a bit too isolated from the world. Like, chill, fam. Um, and also the second game has a problem of like introducing characters that I don't even remember from the first game, and they're like, "Wow, Aloy, it's you," and I'm like, "Who's you?" Whoa. But anyway, that's a very different video. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be interesting. We need to see actual gameplay as a live service game. It could be the most fun out of all Sony like live service games outside of Helldivers. I think that was a great one, but no one was expecting it to be big. Sony's going to be expecting this to be big, and I can see this game actually doing really well. But we need to know what kind of game it is first and foremost. Is it going to be like is it gonna be like Monster Hunter? Is it gonna be like Ark Survival? What is the kind of gameplay we're getting ourselves into? I do hope it's more like Monster Hunter, where you're using your teammates to take down a monster. But I mean, but then it's kind of like, well, is that gonna be fun? Because the fun aspect of Monster Hunter is that you have different skill classes. Horizon, we only have one skill class that we've only ever seen. I mean, I don't know. Like everyone in the game kind of uses the same tech and same like stuff. I think that Spider-Man game would have been more interesting if they kept it up. That Spider-Man live service, I think that would be more interesting. But I guess that's not their own IP, so they can't do whatever they want with it. So, and then they have to pay Disney a lot of money, like from what just looking at Spider-Man 2 cost. So it kind of makes sense what they're doing. Otherwise, I do hope this turns out for the best, but I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't like the thing. I really am. I'm sick of is all this Horizon fatigue. I think I'm for like Horizon out for now. Like for a long time. I think for a good 2-3 years, I'll be Horizoned out. So this game needs to come out like the at the right time. But otherwise, I see this having more potential than anything else. Anyway, I've been keeping this video on for too long, and I've been repeating myself for too long. All right, take care and see ya.